This is Aulydia from Street Talk 2.0, and today we'll be talking about something more serious. With the passing of Aloysius Pang, there has been a lot of commotions online. But let's hear what the streets have to say. Today we'll be asking you, in light of the most recent news out there in Singapore.
I think it's a pity because he's a very talented young man, and I've watched some of his drama, like the one 我也是天使, something like that.
Or is it about the nurse and the hospital one?
Yeah, so I think his uprising, and I think whatever that happened to him is a misfortune. Yeah, so it's quite a pity that we lost someone so talented and bright.
I think obviously it's a very solemn event. It's sad because I also have served my national service, and you feel for him, especially for him going on reservist overseas and everything, and at such a young age for him to pass away under such circumstances is obviously a very sad event, I guess.
I feel that there are a lot of questions raised. I think because after I watched the press conference with the higher ups, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of questions. They showed videos on the gun lowering, but then it's quite slow. So how come he didn't manage to come out on time?
There's space as well, right?
There's space as well. Then they didn't really talk about their SOPs also, what's the standard procedure for fixing these kind of things. So I think when I watched it, it was a bit iffy. Yeah,
it's quite sad because I saw his Instagram post. He said wait for me, I'm going to serve the army, then I'm going to come back. But then in the end, he didn't make it back. So yeah,
exactly. I saw that. I was like, oh, I felt very sad also.
I mean, it is worrying to the extent that there's numerous amounts of death that is within such a short span of time. Maybe they should actually be looking at re-evaluating the safety procedures a lot more, doing a lot more SOPs, because if something so simple like that, like the gun can just drop on a person.
It was lowered.
While he was doing the servicing, then it's actually very concerning.
I think they're trying to go for transparency, trying to just,
Which would actually help a lot of people gain confidence and trust in the whole system also.
Back maybe.
Yeah, gain back.
Seems losing it.
So if you ask me that, I think they are slightly more open right now because probably he's a public figure, and I think it gets a lot of people's attention. So I think they are going out is because of this issue but nevertheless it is still something important to be addressed. Of course during exercise something happens and people die, so after all it is still life. I mean, they have some protocols definitely they have input some protocols to do it, and I feel accident happens because they're accident, and I'm sure everybody don't want that to happen. There are checks to be done definitely, and whatever happened might be an accident. I don't know. I mean, I cannot comment too much because after all, right now everything is still on investigation. Up to now, I can only guess that it could be because of an accident, and they are going public right now, probably because Aloysius is a public figure and is very popular So yeah.
I think it's definitely a worrying trend. People shouldn't be dying, even though they're kind of serving the country.
They are serving the country. It's just that we're not fighting war but we still experience death.
The government should kind of take some responsibility in a sense. I don't know how, but I think they should Yeah.
overall, they're still training the guys in a way to serve the country, but instead of training them, instead they are losing people in the process. So it's quite unfortunate in a way because they're actually supposed to prepare people to go ahead and serve the country in the future, but in the end, they are deaf. So it's quite tragic.
Definitely a worrying trend. So I don't know whether previously the statistics were as high, and whether because of media and everything, everyone's more open. So there's no way to say whether there has been an increase or an decrease with the past, because obviously information wasn't really readily available in the past
I mean, it's still necessary, definitely. So it's just that maybe they have to be more transparent with the public, how they actually go about with all the exercises, and have more feedback on the stun's progress. Yeah.
I just think they need to reassure all the parents out there. I think parents are very scared for their sons, so I think it's something that SAF can work more on.
I think national service is important because it is not only defending the country, but it's also a practice to shape a person's mind.
Generally, yes, I believe in national service, but yes, I think the SOPs really need to be looked upon a lot more closer in terms of the safety and the security of each and everybody's, you know, yeah, we're all humans at the end of the day. We are here to assist the nation itself, but to actually pass away because by assisting the nation is not really fair, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
We're not even at war yet and we have people deaf already.
You know, sometimes when you're in national service, you complain about, oh my god, you have to book in and stuff. But I believe in general, if I had a kid next time, I will also believe that, you know, national service would shape a man's mentality. And there are bound to have accidents happening because after all, national service is all about going out, Chong Sua and stuff, to do dangerous stuff, to be equipped, to defend a country, and definitely that carry risks. So if you ask me, it is about calculated risk. It's about having some protocols to actually manage the risk and to make sure that nothing dangerous happens.
I guess I had like a decent national service, but my unit was very big on safety, so I do realize that the SAF does put in a lot of measures to combat like all these incidents happening, but I guess maybe they need to do it everywhere.
Very much so. I feel like because our only resource in Singapore is humans, if we don't even take pride or take ownership of the safety of our country, then no one's going to fight for us. If something does happen, no one would feel like it's important to protect our country. And I feel like it is a process where when men go into the army, they do come out like learning a lot of things, and it is helpful for them, not just physically, but I feel like they learn a lot of independence and things like that.
It's very unfortunate that such incidents have happened, especially when we're not even at war. What about you? What do you think should have been done to prevent such happenings in future? This is Aulydia from Street Talk 2.0.